So last week I posted my XT2 versus my Nikon D500 Epic Shootout. Many of you were disappointed I didn't use a UHS-II memory card and felt that I needed to redo the test, so that's what I'm doing here. There's a lot of interest. The vast majority of the comments were about that memory card. So I'm not a huge fan of Lexar memory cards, but I decided to go ahead and order one and to do the tests for you guys. So let me show you the results. We'll just go through the many different settings that we can set up on the XT2, and then we'll talk about why we're seeing what it is we're seeing. So first up, we're gonna go raw. This is uncompressed, and let's just see if the buffer runs out with the faster memory card. Here we go. So uncompressed, even with a very fast memory card, it fills up. Let's go through the rest of the tests. So now we're going to do lossless compressed. Much smaller file size, but it's still raw. Let's listen. So even using the much smaller file size raw, the buffer still fills up. And this is something we just weren't seeing with the Nikon D500. Are you going to need 30 to 50 shots of raw on your camera? Probably not. And the truth of the matter is the XT2 outperforms most lower end DSLRs by far. It's not even close. Let's continue on with the tests here. Uncompressed raw. And we're going to add fine JPEG. So this is fine JPEG, uncompressed raw. This is fine JPEG and lossless compressed. Now let's take a look at JPEG only. And this is where we're going to see obvious differences and then what we saw on my tests. So fine JPEG only, no raw, buffer is clear. Here we go. So 30 seconds, 35 seconds, and we can see that when we're shooting in JPEG with the faster speed memory card, it is going to give you a lot more shots. This has to do with both the smaller file sizes of JPEGs as well as how fast the memory card can write through that pipeline. There is a very lonely buffer performance video that I will put a link in the description. You'll see it here as an overlay. If you guys want to understand how buffer systems work and where the bottlenecks are, I would definitely recommend it because it'll help us understand what's happening to the buffer system when we're filling it up very fast and how to clear it and things of that nature. Long story short, the memory size of the camera is fixed. Almost always. It's a certain amount of memory that is not going to change. The pipeline speed in terms of how fast it's writing to the memory card is also usually fixed. In the case of the XT2, we see different performances with different cards, but it has a UHS-I compatibility speed and a UHS-II compatibility speed. So that's very interesting. In any event, there's your buffer test. I stand corrected on the JPEGs. I can admit when I'm wrong. But in terms of raw shots, the faster memory card isn't going to make a huge difference. And if you're wondering why, it's because we have huge file sizes being written extremely fast, and then the pipeline isn't quite fast enough to get it to the card, and that's why the buffer kind of fills up. In any event, that is your XT2 buffer performance test. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what else you guys want to see about the XT2. I thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. If you found this video helpful, you may be interested in my new FUJI XT2 crash course. I'll teach you the basics and show you how to shoot like a pro in no time. You can order it from the following link.